Cześć, witajcie. Jesteśmy w klubie Wytwórnia Toya w Łodzi, gdzie spotkaliśmy się dzisiaj z marką HARMAN i ich produktami, między innymi z JBL-em. Jeżeli JBL, to oczywiście Vinnie, który jest światową gwiazdą, jeżeli chodzi o strojenia systemów nagłośnieniowych, jeżeli chodzi o opiekę nad różnymi, że tak powiem, trasami koncertowymi. To on właśnie na dużych trasach, między innymi dla Clair Brothers, opiekuje się systemami dźwiękowymi największych gwiazd światowego formatu i to dzięki niemu, że tak powiem, realizatorzy dźwięku zawsze dostają taki system, jakiego sobie, że tak powiem, życzą. Chciałbym mu zadać dzisiaj kilka pytań o tym, jakich systemów używa, w jaki sposób tych systemów powinniśmy używać, na co powinniśmy zwracać uwagę.
These are good questions. It's a very long answers if you want it, but the most important thing is main things. You need to choose the right system for the right application. When you know exactly what you have to do, where you're going, and which kind of music we need to cover, or which kind of conference or seminaries, whatever you have to do, this make your the first choice. Then you got to choose your system. So line array is a very good technology. We use it for edges now. A lot of factories design it and grew up with new technology till a DSP system now. But it doesn't mean that's the only system. A regular, like let's say old school system, still working. In some places, they're still working. For example, with the F family we had in JBL, for example, we're back on a regular system with a new technology inside, but we still like a stacking mode on a pole on top of subs is now a line array system. So that's mean this can work too. When you decide to go on the line array is other step, how big is your gig? Which kind of music are you doing? And I don't know if you can hang the system or if you can stack the system, there's another choice. When you got all the answers of these questions, you can choose. One thing very important if you go on the line array, for sure don't go under $3, or that's from 3 on the system was working. People stacking 2 line array system or hang 2 system doesn't work. Definitely doesn't work. This is unconventional. 3. 3 is the right number for 3 on. So 3 is a minimum. Stack or hang. 3 is the minimum.
But sometimes we have some very tiny boxes, and the 3 boxes, it's a line about 1 meter. So if we talk about the length of wavelength, so we can't do the line array. We can't do the line of this frequency.
We can't really do the line of the frequency in this case, but I think the preset of those baby line array, if you can call that baby, is our different use and there's a different way to. It'd be like maybe a really nice downfield, for example, but it'd be complicated to get that system like a main system. It just supplied. When you listen to those kind of very tiny system, this sounds like, can I say shit? Yeah, all right. But the thing is, when you put it together with the main system, sounds perfect. Because they're born to do this. They're not born to be the main system.
So the main thing is to use the system correctly. So if the system are built for example, like a downfield, not a small tiny line array, because sometimes I saw some situation they built very long line array from tiny box.
What was Nexo used to do it?
Yes.
Yeah. The old was a GOS. Yeah. But that was a special technology. The difference is inside this is like, I don't want to say stupid, I think 25 patents. Nexo was working on something, high technology on everything. Also the subs was different. They always do different things. Then in the end, this GOS was born for fixed install. People was using for touring, but it's not, because if you see the rigging, it was definitely a screw in, out. That's it. It was not. And they tried to design some small pins and all that, but it was not a part of the deal. They designed our system to be affixed on the balcony or main piano, small theater. That's what they're born.
You in the JBL today, you tell me about the amplifiers, and here we have 9 boxes per side.
Correct.
Yes, and we use 3 boxes to 1 amplifier.
Yes.
Do you use sometimes like in powered system, like 1 amplifier to 1 box?
Yeah, you can do 1 to 1, you can do 2 to 1, and you can do 3 to 1. Is your choice. That's a preference manager, our software, who's control all this system. Ask you every time you drag some amps, he just tell you, okay, what do you want to do? You want to be nominal, you want to be economic mode, you want to be our preference mode. It's your choice. Depend after what definitely you do. If I'm doing like a club like this, to be in a hard preference mode with, what you got, 20 meters long, is not necessary. You can use an extra long through system to cover the balcony, but the gain, the dynamic, we got enough headrooms. That's why we bring 9 boxes aside. Just nothing is exciting. You don't hurt nobody, but you got a full covered everywhere in economic mode. No, not really. It's just the way the boxes is born. So all the components has been designed to be able to work in every condition. So then after that, we got the preset who helping you, and your knowledge is part of it. It's three factors in my opinion. That's what's going on. It's not, those boxes are beautiful boxes, but there is nothing magical. It's a technology. So if you go against the wall, we go against the wall. That's why inside your line array you can share it a part of. Well, maybe in this case, if you go against our wall, it'd be like a part of the lows, maybe. You can share a bit of the lows. You can do this. But maybe you're not obliged to do on all the line array. You got to be careful when you do this, because it's the best way to make a huge mistake. So if you start to do this kind of tricky things on your system, you got to get a good control on it, because the line array will be completely upside down after that.
But in this place, for example, it's better to use a line array which play 105 degrees, or the better is to play, directly with the normal cabinets?
I think the line array is pretty cool here for one reason, because you got balconies. So if you use a conventional system, you maybe get too much power in one part and not enough in another part. With a line array, we can, for example, we fly only one system and we got all this balcony out. If you're listening today, for example, I take a very hard angles between the first balcony and the second balcony. Between those guys, I get something like 10 degrees in the middle. So it's definitely hard. With a regular system, that'd be more complicated. So this is like, we got only one array and we can deal with all those balcony easily. And I'm using, for example, the under balcony, I'm using the acoustic of the gig to make my EQ. People always fighting. Is one thing I don't understand, be honest with you, with a lot of people who's doing PA, or say, okay, we are in charge of the PA. Being in charge of the PA is also listening what's happening inside the gig before you start to fly everything and start exciting maybe the wrong frequency. And in the end, well, during the show, people always say, oh yeah, that gig is terrible. It's no terrible gigs. It's maybe a terrible PA, guys, in my opinion. Gigs is better than others, but if you can use the acoustic locally, just use it. Don't fight with them. We will never win. That's for sure. I think it is. That's what I say. We can't fight with the element. So if my floor is, how many times you play on the ice room, for example? We got the woods on top, the plywood on top, and under is ice. There's a lot of gigs in Europe like this. So what we do, ice is definitely very bad for us. So what we do, we don't do shows. You have to work with us. And so we got to understand, well, last night when I was there, before to do any EQs, I ask, okay, which kind of chair you put it in? Is like a wood chairs, a steel chairs, okay, where the barricades goes, how the stage, how many people will be on stage, where they put him. Is all these kind of things, maybe it's the knowledge, I don't know. It's like, I like to listen the gig. I like to listen to people talking, for example. When I'm coming inside, I can tell you right now, okay, this gig when I arrived last night, 250 was a problem. I don't need a PA for this. We know, we can hear it. I can hear the people who's talking right now at 5 meters from me. That means the acoustic is perfect. When there's no delays, there's no slap. It's a very nice close acoustic, but I think the 250 is between balconies, or maybe top to the bottom, and there's something happening here. And I was right. When you turn on all the RTA system, that's exactly what they showed me. I think a good PMN, I've babysitting people for over 25 years, with a very massive front of house to the very tiny one. No, you know, for the Irish pub to like a giant stadium in New York City. So it's like a very big panel of things. And the most important thing is you are there for these guys, because the band want these guys mixing because they trust him. They don't trust you. They don't care who you are most of the time. But the front of house guys need you, and they respect you for the job you should do for them. At the moment, I saw so many people was like, okay, I want to mix. I never like to mix. That maybe sounds strange for you. I never want to be behind a desk. I like to know the technology. I like to know the way it works. I like to fix it, but I don't like to mix. I never like it. But what I like to do is like know exactly what's going on from the AC to the mix and what makes it do, all this preset, snapshot. I like to do all these kind of things and make the system running and sounding the way I like. Not the way I like, the way he like. Because I'm not the guys who's mixing. I'm not the guys from the band. Maybe I don't like the way he mix, but who cares? The band love him.
You are just the tool.
I'm the part of the tools. I'm the shadow of the guys. I'm the part of the tools. If the guys tell me, look, that's what I like. Okay, remember this. Next day you got the same. Because I know now what you want. It may be a new engineer who take like 4 or 5 shows together to understand what they want. I got some engineers that used to work for like almost 15 years together. I know exactly what they want. Before you ask, they used to come maybe last minute when the crowd is already in. No sound check, no line check. We do line check for them, and we do it. And they start the first mix and look at you like, yep, we got it. U2 360?
U2?
Yeah. U2 was the biggest, I think it was the biggest tour in the world for a lot of people anyway, because 360 tour was the biggest. We got 280 speakers ups every day. Plus was 166 subs, something. I don't remember the numbers. Anyway, anything you think is like double. That was the biggest tour ever, and that was one of the best tours we've ever done.
And the most complicated? You know, some special problems with the coverage or equipment?
More complicated with Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole.
Why?
because we was using the old digital technology from the orchestra, and you got like something like all small speakers under the seats. It was a theater tour, and the director was using a special stick, a digital stick. So every time it was moving the stick, all the audio was moving inside the speakers. That was one of the most arts tour I've ever done. But it was really, really nice. For the people they can look like the first violin, for example, it was on the stage left. All stage left people got more gain on that violin. Is that the pictures of what they see, it was exactly what's happening on the audio. They're like, what the hell? That was great. That was fantastic, really. Multi-diffusion everywhere on the theater. So it was very complicated.
Wow. Tell me, because now we saw in other companies they're looking for something like a beam shaping, so they have own wiring every cabinet and amplifier every cabinet, and after that they use a special DSP for beam shaping. You think it's good? What do you think about this technology?
Personally, I like the technology, so I can't say it's bad. I say it's a nice step, it's an interesting step. But for me, cabinets is still wood. I like the weight, I like the woods, unlike the components. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't tell me a DSP and a flat cabinet like this sounds the same. I'm sorry. Technology is wonderful. Also, we got another branch where they used to compensate the DSP. When you lose one box, for example, on 4 boxes, 1 box die, the DSP compensates the box missing. How would that work? How would that work? I understand how would that work, but it's like, come on, man, you can't tell me, so what, I fly 3 boxes, I can fly 2. Yeah. It's okay, I fly only 1, I will do the rest. You know what I mean? It's like, the UDSP will compensate the box doesn't exist in this game. Yeah. No, I'm killing now, but you know, it's like, and unless that kind of PA is a different sound completely. We're missing the warm, you know, like, it's like to get a Steinway, listen the piano, you listen it, then you take the keyboards with a preset of the Steinway. That's what we got. You know what I mean? It's working, but sorry, it's not the same. A wood's still live. Well, it's an easy way. That's what we call the cardio system. So is the difference between us and a lot of companies is those speakers, those subs, all the serial from the S, from the G, from the F, they all subs are cardio able. So is nothing happening inside those speakers, is all the preset program, but it's a real cardio system. So in this case, we got 3 subs on the floor. One, the bottom one is cardio. Why I chose cardio, that one, so is rear load, because the stage is empty. So I'm using the acoustic of the stage to drive the lows away, and the 2 top are front load. All those 3 systems became a real cardio system.
And also, I have a question about one guy. How you know how you should decode the system? You know, because they sometimes they heard when we hang up the array system, it should, you know, hang up in a straight line, and because they cover everything. And how you can explain in simple words what we should to do to correctly curve the system? That's also information you need to ask when you arrive, because what's happening there is what's happening there is like we ask, okay, where the front of house position will be, where the barricade start from the front stage to, is it barricade or it is not, how many seats sold on top, how many seats sold on the side, at the height of the roof, what the weight I can hang upstairs. Is a lot of details. When you got all the details, your job is to cover everywhere. So that's where you chose your angles. You're shooting, you got the measurement, and from there you say, okay, that's what I need. That box needs to be 2 degrees, the other one 5 degrees. That's what's happening. And in the end, I should be good to cover everything. Yesterday, I got some kind of a talk with a local people for the festival, because I asked for a very nice, precise details. They don't give me. It's like, look, when the PA is up. So after that, you can't come and say, well, you're not covering, your system is not working. No, I'll ask you till where you want me to cover it. What's happening there? That's it. If you don't give me the right information, sometimes a PA people doing the right job, production doesn't give you the right information. So we need to, it's a job between everybody. Then you do a regular shooting, a regular whatever program you use to do this, and that's it. It's 2 different technology, and both technology are wonderful in my opinion. One technology is a old school one, and I still love them. I still love the amps who can start. You blow your breakers because they need so much power just you know what I mean. But in the end, is with the DSP using like Crown using it is wonderful, because they give you opportunity to do a lot of things. Like you see today during the seminaries, I show what's happening inside the program. Inside those amps, I can have 24 EQs, 24 varicurve if I want in every channels. I can control my delay, I can control my EQ, I can control my gain, I can control my processing. You can't do this with old technology. So in the end, when a factory like Crown take
the whole technology, they bring into the new technology, that's what's happening. And we got HGMs. And in the end, they are very powerful, like it was before.
Yeah, but sometimes some people says if they have some problems with the cabinets, with speakers inside, so don't be care, don't worry. We put good DSP inside and we fix it with a DSP.
No, exactly what I said today. Those boxes has been designed properly, acoustically. Those babies, acoustically, are designed to be ready without tricky. The DSP on the crown amps help us to give you other options. They don't make you sound. A preset need to be, that's normal, it's three-way, you need to have a preset. But if you see the preset, there's nothing strange on it. It's no big correction, no big whatever, okay, oh, you made a mistake on the mid-high, you got to cut something here. No, it's nothing. They're very, very linear. The system you listen to today is no EQ on it, except the 250. Is no EQ. If I open, is no EQ at all. We just done it with the angles. That's it.
But why? If normally when we arrive somewhere with a PA, we hang it up and we should to tune it. Yeah. Because you know we have the mode on this place and so on. So why you don't tune it?
I'm tuning it. But the choice is this: I'm tuning the system. I'm delayed all the subs, I'm timeline everything. It's no turning on and say, okay, I'm gone, I gotta go, guys. No. Everything has been tuned. But the thing is, like, now is another choice. Tomorrow we got a festival. I doesn't know any of those guys. So what we do, I'm the guys who bring you the Ferrari. I change the hole, I put the gas on it, and I try. It works. Now, personally, I'm driving the Ferrari like this. But you, the driver, I'm not. So now I can tell you, with that system, the way it's set up, you can do anything you want. I can cut anything you want, but it's not, I got so many tricky EQs or so many things on it, so many delays, so many whatever it is, bandwidth. No, it's nothing on it. That system is linear. That's mean it's open to anything you need. More, less, well, I can do anything you want. It's not, I give you something already working, already compressed, already, and you try to do some, but you arrive, your fed is already there, and it's nothing to do because you made a mistake on the way to flying. That's the point. You need to give all the time the system linear. Don't think about yourself.
Jak widzicie, my to moglibyśmy oczywiście rozmawiać, że tak powiem, jeszcze godzinami. Jak widzicie, realizator i opiekun systemu jest osobą niezwykle ważną. To, co można zobaczyć po rozmowie z naszym gościem, to jest to, że przede wszystkim słuchać potrzeb realizatora i tak naprawdę też jeżeli chodzi o dobór systemu, to ten system dobierać w taki sposób, aby przede wszystkim nie szkodzić, czyli nie upieramy się na jednym systemie, czy to ma być system wyrównywany liniowo, czy system tradycyjny, czy one point. Nie ma to żadnego znaczenia. Mamy uzyskać efekt i tak naprawdę to nasze doświadczenie jako osób, które się opiekują tymi systemami, sterują te systemy, to jest to, w jaki sposób przygotujemy ten system dla naszego realizatora i w jaki sposób to wszystko będzie spełnione. Mam nadzieję, że da Wam coś ta rozmowa, a jeżeli będziemy chcieli, to myślę, że na pewno będziemy mogli skorzystać jeszcze z wiedzy Vinniego, dlatego że wiemy o tym, że został opiekunem tutaj na Europę i mamy nadzieję, że będzie nas odwiedzał jeszcze wiele razy. Thank you very much. It was really great to speak with you, to hear you again, and I think we met
one more time.
One more time.
I'll be there. I'll be back. I'll be back. No worries. Thanks for your hospitality.
Thank you. Dziękuję Państwu bardzo. Vinnie, Bolesław Scholl dla portalu nagłośnieniowego z Łodzi 2015. Dziękuję, do usłyszenia.